empower him. And at the same time, the vibe I get off of Beck is a tortured, very unhappy soul who all he has is competitiveness and dominating those around him. And it's painful to look into his soul. It's painful to turn my intellect on him and really analyze what he is, because it's so horrible. And I shirk responsibility at a subconscious level. I've been working for 2 years on a eugenics film that covers the total master plan of the globalist. And I've put it off again with my crew until early next year, because we've done over 20 interviews around the country. Just the plane tickets and hotels are 80 plus grand. And for us, that's a lot of money. We're way over budget, and I just can't release it because it's not ready. I learn more every day. We get more Rockefeller Foundation documents that are public about how they're poisoning the food and water and the vaccines. And I think about all the kids they're hurting. Every time I look at my children, they're so innocent and good. I started crying this morning because I think about these murderers and how much fun they have trying to hurt little ones. I think about all the children I can't protect. And then I think to myself, if I make a Glenn Beck deception, it's got to be really researched. And I've got all the research, and it's got to be powerful. It's got to really show people what I know about him, so that when he betrays them to a greater extent, they will recognize Judas Iscariot, so that he can then be used for good to complete the awakening. Clinton took us so far, Bush Sr., before that, Bush Jr., Obama. But I believe by doing an expose on the controlled Republican Party and the controlled right wing in this country, that the circle will be complete. So I'm suspending all other filmmaking. I'm committing now. You have my promise that before Christmas, I will release the Glenn Beck deception. You have my word on this, unless I get killed or have a car wreck or have family issues, unforeseen crises, that I will complete and deliver to you the Glenn Beck deception. And so we will have the Obama deception to expose the phony left and who finances it. And we will have the Obama deception, and I will show you that they are funded by the exact same interest. See, that's where I've got Glenn Beck. I know he's funded by the same people that run Obama. I know he reads off teleprompters written by the Southern Poverty Law Center, ADL. I know he's in the Pentagon hip pocket. He's even bragged about it. I know who he is. And I know what he's being positioned for. And so I'm going all in against the right-wing establishment. Just like when they were raising Obama up as the Messianic Christ to save Earth and putting him on jewelry and coins and plates and, you know, saying he was like Jesus on the news. Remember that? I said, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. He will be built up to ram through the banking takeover, the healthcare takeover, and to keep the wars going. Then he will be destroyed to bring in what will probably be the final right-wing fake coup. Everything's converging where they may let Obama do it with a staged nuke attack. Probably not, though. It's going to be the right-wing messianic leader. And America is going to hate Obama so much by the time he's done with his role that Sarah Palin, Glenn Beck, and others are going to be godlike. They are going to take on the Bill of Rights, the Constitution. They're going to take on the anti-eugenics mantle. They're already starting now. I mean, you see it. A guest is on here. A month later, they're on their show. I cover eugenics. I cover a book. It's on Beck's show a week later. But with his spin that it's, some little low-level progressives that are doing this. No, this is scientifically funded. And so I'm going to expose Glenn Beck. But through that, I'm going to complete the expose of the left-right paradigm and show people how they're controlled And I have to do this. I mean, I've come to the realization I can't let all my work and all of my blood, sweat, and tears and literally pouring my guts, my soul, into this. I can't have them, like the giant, grab me up and say, be he live or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread. I can't be ground up and put in this loaf of poison bread that Glenn Beck and Fox News are going to sell everybody. Remember under Bush, the derivatives, the banking scams, the torture, the wars, the Patriot Act, all of it was built for you, the American people. And now they're going to come to power. See, now we've defeated Obama as their vessel. Now we've got to switch our targeting guns in the info war over against the neocons that want to hijack the Tea Party that Ron Paul created. We'll be right back.
Why almost all politicians, teachers, and preachers are dead wrong about how to keep this country from becoming a total dictatorship. If that headline got your attention, then you know the only way back. The only way back to true freedom and liberty in America. Have you ever wondered about whether your personal and religious liberty will survive? After all, what good are gold, silver, and survival supplies in a concentration camp? And have you ever thought about what kind of America you're leaving to your kids and grandkids? Then theonlywayback.com is an open online letter you must read. Find out where true liberty comes from and discover the foundations of freedom by going to theonlywayback.com. If you're a patriot who truly wants to help rebuild this nation, call 877-327-0365. That's 877-327-0365. Or visit theonlywayback.com and do it today. It's the only way back.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cameras, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Attention, this is a special alert to all Americans who owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS. The IRS is now accepting reduced settlements from people who owe back taxes and dramatically lowering amounts owed. Due to the financial crisis in America, the IRS has announced a leniency plan in recognition of consumers' financial troubles in today's economy. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS, an open phone line has been established by American Tax Settlement for you to call and see if you qualify for a reduction by up to 75%. Number to call is 800-902-6969. Again, the IRS is now accepting reduced settlements from consumers who owe back taxes in response to the decline in today's economy. If you are struggling with $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS, you now may be eligible for a dramatic reduction by up to 75% and save thousands of dollars. For free information and to see if you qualify, call the open phone line into American Tax Settlement now. 800-902-6969. 800-902-6969. Again, 800-902-6969.
Okay, I'm done talking about Glenn Beck, but that's all anybody's talking about. And so it was a stunt to go to the Lincoln Memorial on the day of Martin Luther King, and I think it was a brilliant stunt. I mean, that's what the Democrats and the liberals do. The problem is we know Beck is handled by the Republican Party The Republican Party a year and a half ago saw the fact that all over the country they were being booed at town hall meetings. And so they teamed up with the liberal media to come out and say the Tea Parties are right-wing. And the controlled left went along with that hoax. The Republicans tried to co-opt the Tea Party. To a great extent they did, so that the revolution against tyranny is now controlled by one of the two parties that's bought and paid for by the very same special interest. It's that simple. It's that simple. And it also makes the movement about presidents and about Washington instead of taking our counties, our cities, and our states back. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do now. It is so vitally important. And all I'm saying is I'm going to put out the Glen Beck deception. I'm going to be criticized just like the Obama deception. And then people are going to see it a year or two later. And they're going to say, how did this guy know all this? Because I've studied these people. I've got their playbook. I understand it. I was called a communist when I didn't like George W. Bush. I'm called a right-wing extremist because I don't like Barack Obama. It's so elementary. These guys are puppets. These guys are front men. They give you different rhetoric, but they vote the same. And the system knew they were going to put Obama in. Here's the issue. The Republicans, you better not just get satisfied by them getting in office. You better repeal all the government health care, already bankrupting the nation. They better repeal the banker bailouts. They better repeal the expanded power for the Federal Reserve and audit it. They'd better get our troops out of all these countries. We're going bankrupt. But don't look for that unless you keep their feet to the fire. That's my main message. Just like I told Democrats. Obama, nothing but lobbyists he hired. Continuing the torture. Continuing the banking bailouts. And now they're getting disillusioned. But who do they go vote for? Republicans? Well, you don't vote for establishment Republicans. But if you can find a constitutionalist, there are better candidates being fielded through the Republican Party and the Libertarian Party because they do, at least on paper, have more Americana views. But this is how the globalists manage it. The Republicans, they kind of play the part of establishment, and then the Democrats get in and take us down the road, and then Republicans get back in power and never repeal any of the tyranny. And Republicans launch the military tyranny. The Democrats launch all of their creeping socialism tyranny and expand military tyranny and expand domestic tyranny. And then Republicans get in and do the same things. They just do it for different reasons. I got 1 minute left in this hour. This special is really exciting a lot of people. And it's available at Infowars.com for about another week and a half. Then we're getting rid of the special. You can get 5 great films for $9.95. High quality, shrink-wrapped, hardcover DVDs with expanded extras. Terror Storm, History Government-Sponsored Terror, How Weed Won the West, about the phony drug war, Fabled Enemies, about 9/11 being an inside job, Aaron Russo, Reflections and Warnings, and American Dictators, $9.95. That's $90 off. $90 off at Infowars.com for limited time. Get them out to everybody you know. Got a bunch of other specials running as well. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
You may be arrested and/or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on Earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at pacman.pt.vu.
Waging war on corruption.